Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mindfulness Tree Meditation Community. Nice big crowd today, and online too. We've got 4 online. So before we start our meditation this morning, I want to be sure to welcome the first timers that are here. We've got Phyllis online, and Phyllis.
Hello everybody.
If you want to say where you're from.
I live in Hurricane, West Virginia. I attend Unity of Kanawha Valley.
Very good. Well, welcome, and we hope to see you again.
Thank
and
you.
The others online, Deb is coming from Illinois, and Sam is coming from North Carolina, and Heather's coming from Charleston. So you're in good stead. And then, do you want to introduce your friend?
Yes, this is Connie.
Connie is from Charleston, and if you want to
This is Margaret, and she's from Charleston, and she used to play the piano at Unity for a couple of years and steps in the church from time to time.
Yeah, very nice. So why don't we just go around the room starting with Mark and just introduce yourself so that the new folks know.
I'm the aforementioned Mark.
And Margaret,
Mary,
Debbie, Connie,
Jeremy,
Christine.
Cindy,
Randy, John,
me,
Beverly.
Cindy, Laura.
Yeah, so welcome everyone. It's good to see you. I just got back from California yesterday morning on the red eye. So I slept all day yesterday, and it was around 8 o'clock. The park said, "I'll feed the cats." I was still in bed. So it takes a while for the body to adjust to that kind of schedule and being 3 hours behind. So, and I'll talk more about that after the walking meditation. So, Randy, who's the group that's in the?
It's West Virginia Council of Churches, their legislative update or legislative review, something to do with the legislature. I don't know that it's going to be a big group. I don't know how we'll be there. Now, maybe they're starting at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So for anyone who's used to going into the social hall to do walking meditation, you can use the hallway. Feel free to do that. The hallway up here, Cindy usually uses this hallway right up here. You can go down to basement area for the hallway. So, but the rest, if you don't mind going into the sanctuary, it's sort of a nice place for walking meditation. And I just realized I didn't turn on the lights in there. So the first person in may need to turn on the lights. You know how to do that for me. So if you don't mind doing that first. So we're going to begin our opening meditation. And thinking about the whole theme of polarization. And I thought probably a good way to deal with that polarization of us and them, that separation of that dualistic separation between people, is maybe to end with the loving kindness meditation that we really call to mind somebody who's difficult or a situation that's difficult, because it really helps to put it in a perspective. It doesn't make us maybe like somebody, but it helps us to look at the fact that every human being and every sentient being wants to be happy. And they might cross our paths either politically or just in the midst of daily life and create a frustration or an irritation. And to be able to look at that in a way that opens us and doesn't take away maybe the irritation, but it might soften it. So we begin with the opening bell. Hi, Charity. This is Charity. We were introduced. We've got some new folks here. And then the words of Master Thich Nhat Hanh: listen, listen. The sound of the bell calls me back to my true home. And in this transition, for me sharing a bit and the introductions. We allow ourselves to settle, to arrive really to ourselves, to our true home. We arrive inhabiting a body, but we also arrive with our minds. By breathing, being aware of the breathing, we allow both the body and the mind to settle. So I invite you to notice the breathing, the inhale and the exhale. Perhaps noticing a settling on the exhale, settling into the seat, allowing the mind to soften and settle. Just beginning with the feet. Just noticing that the feet are either crossed on the cushion or on the floor, connecting us to the earth. Moving up the legs, the seat. Noticing perhaps a lengthening of the spine, and sitting in a regal, yet relaxed posture. The arms relaxed, the hands perhaps on the upper thighs or crossed in front of you. And moving up to the head and noticing the face and allowing it to soften. How often we sit or stand with a rigid, perhaps concerned expression on our faces that pull the muscles. Just allow the cheeks to soften, the eyes to soften. And notice how that changes even what might be happening in the mind. Just notice the quality of the body. And then naturally it follows to the mind. The body is stable. And even as thoughts come into the mind can have that sense of stability and grounding with the body. We are more than our body, and we are more than our thoughts. And as we allow the body and the mind to come into a gentle balance, it allows us to be present in this moment, allowing this moment to unfold with mindfulness. In the Pali language, it is sati, mindfulness, the softness and a gentleness, and even a sense of curiosity as we arrive in this place. There might be a physical discomfort at this moment, or perhaps even an emotional or mental discomfort. Instead of trying to push it away, bringing a sense of gentleness to that discomfort, and perhaps even embracing it. But if it's a discomfort in the body, simply breathing into that place instead of tensing up against it. The same with the emotional or the mental discomfort. Just allow the breath to become part of the narrative. Bringing a sense of ease. And perhaps the habitual way of dealing with discomfort is to tense up, push away. And if the sensations of the body and mind are neutral or pleasant, the same, bringing just a sense of ease. And into this sense of ease, maybe contradictory, especially if there is a discomfort that's manifesting itself. I'm going to lead you through the Metta, or the loving kindness meditation. And so as you breathe, follow my voice and just allow it to guide you. And so we begin with ourselves, bringing a sense of loving kindness, loving friendliness to this body and mind. With these wishes, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with peace. Breathing in those sentiments and breathing out peace. Now I'm going to invite you to bring to mind a benefactor, someone that you rely on to have your back, be a friend, a family member, or even animal that is there for you. So bringing the image of this person or being to mind, we extend the same wishes we have just given to ourselves. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Perhaps just imagining this person stepping to the back of you, supporting you, having your back. As now we bring to mind the beloved person that you have deep affection for, or it could be an animal too. It's just that deep warmth that you can bring to that person who means so much to you, bringing their face to mind. And with the same wishes, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease. Now just imagine this person or being moving to your right hand, sort of being with you as a companion, and again as a support, but one with deep affection. Now I invite you to bring to mind a familiar stranger, someone that you encounter perhaps several days during the week or from time to time. You might not even know their name. There's someone that you come in contact with. And just bring them to mind, realizing this person wants to be happy just like you. And even though you don't know a lot about their circumstances, you can extend the same wishes. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Breathing that wish for happiness to this person. And now in your imagination, you can invite them to step to the left, perhaps even in your own mind, realizing that you could get to know them better, but wishing them well. And now I invite you to bring to mind the difficult person, the person with whom you might have a disagreement or an irritation. It could be a family member, it could be a public figure, but someone that when you encounter them, you feel the body tensing, perhaps a pulling away. Perhaps not even the kindest thoughts about them. That's okay. And so bring this person to mind, and they are facing you. And you're making eye contact, which might feel uncomfortable. But now, realizing that you share a common humanity with this person, you can wish them well, even if they would not wish you well. And so with the words, may you be safe, may you be happy, May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And now in your imagination, you can either invite them to be part of the circle, or you can ask them to step outside until you're perhaps more ready to welcome them into the inner circle. But realizing through this exercise, you've shared common humanity in the midst of the disagreement. Perhaps you'll notice a softening of the irritation, discomfort. Now bring to mind the people who live in your community, or the city, the state, and realizing that there's a multitude of people and beings who desire happiness like you do. And as much as the separations that we create, that those are only manifestations of the mind, that there is truly no divisions. And so wishing the same wishes to this many, many people and beings. May you all be happy or safe. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all live with ease. And extending this on each exhale, allowing the sense of peace and happiness to just travel outside of you to each. Realize that this extends out beyond any state or national borders and oceans to the entire world. And that we have a connection to each living being on this planet. And so with deep gratitude, we extend the wish. May you all be safe. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all live with ease. Encompassing the entire world and allowing this wish to extend out beyond the borders of the atmosphere and into space. There are no limits. Now gathering this energy and drawing it back to yourself, you realize that extending loving kindness and friendliness begins with us, and that this is a choice that we can make and a power that we can give to the world. And so again, we bring this wish for ourselves. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live. So I thank you for the formal practice here, and perhaps noticing a change of perhaps the way you're feeling from when you came in. And so we're going to move into the sanctuary or into the hallways for walking meditation. And for anybody new here, just a brief description of that. That walking meditation is about walking. And for some people, it's extremely pleasurable and easy. For others, it takes a little bit of time. You can take off your shoes if you wish before you go into the sanctuary. And what I ask you to do is to choose a path, maybe like from here to the end of that table or shorter, just a path. And once you find your path, that's your path. And try to make sure it doesn't cross somebody else, because then, during the course of the meditation, you're sort of thinking, oh, I don't, but I mean, if you pass by each other by the sides, that's fine. Don't worry about that. And then there's the chancel area, which is up by the altar. Feel free to use that. There's no desecration of that if you walk there. And the side aisles. Charity likes to walk between the pews because she closes her eyes. Do you mind if I reveal that? And but you don't have to walk between the aisles if that feels uncomfortable, but using the aisles. And simply, when you hear the bell, notice that you're standing and you're breathing. And so bringing the body and the mind together, you can take your first step. It doesn't have to be slow. I know Harry likes to walk a little faster, and that's okay. But when the walking, you just know you're walking. And you get to the end of your place, stop, maybe take a breath or two, look around, and then turn around and begin walking. What was that? It was a squirrel. And then walk back to the beginning place and stop, turn around and do it again. If you'd like to use the metta meditation, please feel free to do that. May I be safe? May I be happy? May I be healthy? May I live with ease? You could use that. You can simply count your breaths. Whatever, experiment. Use this as a time of experimentation and for everybody. So we're going to do that for the next few minutes. And when you hear the bell, we come back to this room to conclude our time together. So thank you. And thank you, Jeremy, for turning on the lights. I appreciate that. And those online can do a walking meditation. Anybody that has a difficulty walking, you can do this by sitting, even in the pew, and moving your hands as if your feet were moving. So this is very helpful for anybody who's having difficulty with walking, that they're not excluded. So thank you.
Oh. Lord, I don't wonder.